Coven Light. Today we are discussing Paul Selig, Alchemy. This is a part of the 3-book series. Within this one, I have the book, this is 2, and then the other one, The Kingdom, is 1. So we've just been discussing, the mask, right? We have a job, we have some type of noun, maybe like sister, brother, pop star, I don't know, doctor, cashier, clerk, receptionist, LGBTQ, being single, being married, but basically just like dropping that mask and knowing who you are, at your true core, which is love, which is light, which is, having love for your brother, your sister, having love for a stranger, and knowing that God is in all things, God is everywhere at all times. And there are certain situations that we might aim to push through. We don't like a certain situation, we don't like an outcome, and many times we try to fight against that, right? Or we're not happy where we are, so there's a resistance within us. And when you resist, you can't be in the now, because the now is, knowing that you are loved, knowing that you are light, knowing that there can and only be good, and that though a situation may look a type of way, that there is the kingdom, there is a beautiful island, your heaven on the other side. And being open to the possibilities that the divine, that God, that the universe has for you. Many times we have an idea in our head of who we are to be, and you have to, come back to yourself and say who you are. It's a knowing. Who are you? It's a knowing of who you are, and you naturally take the actions and the steps into your desires and what you are here to do, which is not only to create something beautiful, something that brings, fulfillment and happiness, but it's also, to bring love into other people's lives as well. It's about saying, I'm in the kingdom, I'm in the 4th dimension, I'm in the realm of abundance, in a realm of brightness, in a realm of dominion, that pure love energy, and saying, hey, you can come too, and not shutting the door on another, and just really taking in the beauty of life. And a part of that, dropping the mask, dropping, expectations of what should be, getting frustrated, just flow and be open to possibilities, and don't stress, don't worry. And I've also been studying the feeling. I forgot the dude's name. I'm gonna put it here. The feeling is the secret. The feeling, what are you feeling? You might be, faced with the situation during the day, and it recalls back to your sleep, right? When you're sleeping, you're in the astral, spiritual realm, and creating and preparing, not only for what you just need to know internally to move forward and take actions and steps, because a lot of times dreams can reveal exactly what you need to do, but also you're conditioning, you're training your mind, and you're framing your mind to think positively. When you go to sleep, you're thinking okay, you're envisioning what you desire to happen. For example, you might want to be a realtor, and so you see yourself, hammering in that sign of sold, right? And that idea, that image comes from the book The Game of Life and How to Play It by Francis Oval Sheen. And just taking whatever your desire is. You want to start a t-shirt business. When you go to sleep, imagine yourself having sales. Imagine yourself having customers. Imagine yourself having business success. And not only that, but when you go to sleep, feeling satisfied about the day. Think about the day. your actions? Was it, positive things that you would have liked to happen? And rewrite that image in your mind, rewrite that story, rewrite your Akashic records, and claim in your history that all is written good, right? That it may not happen exactly how you want it to happen, but either way, something favorable, something how you wanted it, or something even better is going to pan out in your favor in a good way that will not only benefit you, but benefit society as a whole. And then when I think back on, like, books I read, a lot of books, have different opinions, have different energies, have different ideas that they have about them. But for instance, 48 Laws of Power, you read that book and, they talk about how, you have to act a certain way because you have like a master, which, we don't. We're free beings, and each one of us, is God. And, in 48 Laws of Power, they make it seem like you have to, it's really focused on like using psychology to benefit you when dealing with others, and that most times people don't want to come along unless it benefits them. And making that connection to basically, it's just kind of comparing, like, you're competing against others, or you have to outsmart others to get where you need to go, or you need to, act a certain way, move a certain way to get where you need to go. And 48 Laws of Power, in a sense, there's certain things in that book that are good, that are, grains of salt that I'm gonna take from it and put it into my own bowl and make the recipe, right? One of my favorites from 48 Laws of Power, and it's all going to connect back, is time, right? We all want it to happen right now. We all want our desires, our dreams, our goals to happen right now. But it's timing, right? In 48 Laws of Power, it talks about, discerning the wave, discerning the trends, the people in power, the feelings of the community, the feelings of a nation, discerning that and knowing when and how to move, and what groups to be a part of and what not to be a part of, and when to switch sides. And, that's very helpful because though we're going with the flow, our true self going with the flow, being in a new chord with a new song, with a new octave, of just being in love and leading with love and moving with love first, and already knowing that abundance is ours, wealth is ours. And even then being able to see the tides, because though in this book it says, like, don't resist the waves, go with the waves, flow with the waves, and you'll be brought to that new day. And 48 Laws of Power is also saying, it's also like waves too, like time. They be like, time isn't linear, time is like waves. And I was just looking at TikTok last night about like time travel, and like if I remember correctly, time travel is like, or time is like do like, it's not no straight line. So it's like, through life we go through waves, we go through challenges and obstacles, but hold strong to the new day. And when you move with knowing, like, ain't no question about it. Like, exactly what to do, how to do it, whether that comes from your dreams, whether that comes from divine knowing, whether God is telling you exactly how to move, whether you hear a song, whether you see some signs out in the day. But when you know, right? So when you know, and you just have to trust yourself. And you have to know that God is in all things, and you're dropping the mask and you're going with the flow. Like, keep having those positive thinking. You're in opulence, you're in serenity, you're in tranquility. And one day your frequency, your vibration, your essence will match up with what is for you, and you will be victorious. You will be in a kingdom. You'll be moving and living different from the perspectives, the ideas, the cultures of the world. Moving away from stereotypes, moving away from social norms, moving away from things of the old and stepping into the new. And you may have looked at something a certain way, but now you're looking at it a new way. You're not putting it down, you're not disregarding it, but you see it in love. You see it as something helpful to learn from, and now it's moving into a new light, a new day. Like, we're always learning as human beings, we're always learning as people, and not claiming one thing wholly over another, not claiming someone better over another, but we're all right here with it in the upper room. We're all together with it in the upper room. We're all gods and goddesses in the upper room, and that comes with respecting one another, loving your brother. When you hurt somebody else, you're really just hurting your own self, because why would you do that to them? You are love, right? And then I've been in my city for like 3-4 years now, still trying to meet people, know people, all that. And where was I going with this? Oh, yeah. So, I joined, Meetup, so I can, like, meet people. Some things are online, some things are in person, different categories, different things like that. And, I saw Paul Selig, was like a book club. It wasn't this book or this series exactly, but it was another series created by this same author. And, I ain't read the book they read, but of course, his books all come together. His books are all one, right? Coming forth with the same message of really, truly knowing who you are, knowing God, and being in love. And, they were just talking about, like, we're supposed to love one another. And say there's one person who doesn't know that love, or doesn't know God, and is acting destructive and chaotic in the world, and maybe you tried to talk to them, you tried to reason with them, and they were just talking about, what do you do then? You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to come at them with love. You're not supposed to harm or hurt another. And then it's like, okay, obviously you're going to restrain that person. You're going to do what you need to do to make sure that they don't hurt anybody else. But that just really came into question. Oh, wait, it's a B. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. We had to dip. Because, we don't play that. No. Okay. But it's okay, because, bees, when they come around, that means good, positive things. And you see, even then, when I ran off from the bee, I was like, nah, that's because I got stung by a bee before. And that's like a reaction to the past. And then and there, like, that's like, you're supposed to let the past go and lead with love. Just like when your relationships, people hurt you, people don't always agree, people don't always fit, but you don't hold on to that past pain, and you got to let that pain body go. The power of now, letting that pain body go. When you hold on to just negative emotions, that builds up over time, and that expresses through your body. And that's why they say, like, have control over your emotions, right? Of course, being aware of your emotions, realizing it, but not letting your emotions dictate how you move. I mean, if it's something positive for you, of course, yes, go with that, knowing, that feeling, but not as in fear. No fear, no limitations, no anxiety, and that's the part you got to get rid of. And then before the bee came, I was talking about, so the discussion of war came up. And, in his series, he talks about, like, war is not love. And it then goes into religion about how, many times, not in all cases, but sometimes people use religion as an agenda, as in other things and other topics and ideas can be used as propaganda as well. But it's just about discerning, the light, seeing the light, seeing the truth, being able to call out the truth when you see it, being able to call out true love when you see it, love of the highest, which is what we are supposed to embody. But war came up, the thought of war. War isn't love. You're hurting another for whether that be for differences, whether that be for that bird, land. And that topic just, came up, and it really like makes you think, you know what I'm saying? And, I've been, I'm a writer, but I've been doing research and just, it's just thinking. So, Africa, Northern Africa, first they had like, the true Christianity, or, which is just a word, but true connection to God and truly being aligned and with him and with nature, right? In essence, that's what that's about, and leading with love. And then, as the centuries, goes on, different religions come in, trying to convert, the people in that land. And then usually, whoever's over that land has the dictation of certain ideas, certain beliefs within that land. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just, I'm just talking about it because it's something I've been thinking about it. But yeah, so love. So in essence, know who you are, be true to who you are, be open to God, be open to the universe, lead with love, lead with light always. I am remembered. I am renowned. I am awakened. I know that tune. That song has always been with me, but I have never heard its song. And as those are called to your voice, your field, your true expression, they sing with you. And humanity lifts and says, yes, we need not fight, we need not suffer. We are here together to love and to lift and to heal. We do not deny the light in another. We do not deny what we have known, but we do say yes to what we may now know. And as we sing, as we agree, as we are called forth, we sing for those who are yet to be born, who are yet to sing, so that the world they express in may be a new world. Beyond the challenge of fear, of greed, of avarice, of violence, of duplicity, and of those things that were born in fear that have been named in government or religion or law. As the world is lifted, as a new template is claimed, what you know of, what you have believed would always be there, must be reckoned with. And a reckoning, a facing of one's self and one's creations must indeed extend to the manifest world of what humanity has claimed in a need to control, in a need to justify greed or authority over others. And the walls will tremble, yes, but they are the walls of separation. And when they fall, they may be renowned in a higher way. Remember to do your own research. If it agrees with your soul, with your being, then it is good. Thank you and peace. I'm walking on